And I think, oops. And I think we're live. Finally, the Oscars. Okay, hello everyone, if anyone is watching. As it's custom, we will wait 5 minutes, around 5 minutes at least, and see if anyone else joins before we start kicking with this. I can see 3 people are watching. Thank you very much for watching. I think one of them is me. I don't know how the YouTube algorithm works on that front. So let me try something. Going to change here. Okay. Okay, here I am, and I'm showing up with glasses at the beginning of my thumbnail. Well, fucking now. You've seen me with glasses. Let me share this link around before we start. Okay, let me go to my tweet. Here it is. And a lot of people like it. Thank you very much for the support. We're live. All right, here we go, and it is shared. There's a little flame, there's the link, and there we go. Boom. And let me just share it on Facebook. And come on. And there we go. Oh, come on. Help me out here, Facebook. Shared it twice. So nice they shared it twice. Boom. Boom. It's shared. Let me see if I have any comments so far. Nope, no comments. And let me share it on my page. I got a retweet already from John Bridges. Thank you, John Bridges, for retweeting. And just let me know if you guys are here. Start dropping your predictions in the comments below. We are starting in 4 minutes. One final share on the official Facebook page of the channel. Just waiting for the preview. Okay, here it is. Well, it's me showing up with glasses, which sucks. I don't want you guys to see me with glasses. I don't use glasses. These are just to block the blue light that screens emit, and they tire your eyes a lot less. So that's why I use them, because I constantly work and procrastinate in front of screens. So I basically do everything in front of screens. So yeah, that's why you saw me with glasses. We are 3 minutes away from starting officially the video. Let me open up the nominations. 90-second Academy Awards. Boom. They're going hostless. I'm glad there wasn't a big hurrah about not having a host again this year. Last year worked perfectly fine. I was perfectly happy with last year's decision. Not with the decision itself. I was actually mad at the decision, but then the show itself worked really well. So tonight, I believe it's going to work very well again. How long do we have until we start? We are still 3 minutes away. And 3 people watching still. Thank you very much, anyone. And do comment in the comments below if you're watching. Ah, fuck. Thumbnail has me with glasses on. I don't want that. I didn't want that. How do I change the image of the thumbnail? Let me see if I can do it right now before we officially start. 2 minutes. I think I can do it in 2 minutes. Let's do this. Any comments? Nope, no comments. So we're good on that front. No, I'm probably not going to be able to do it in 2 minutes because my internet is being a pest as per usual. When I most need it, it doesn't work. My God. And there I am with fucking glasses on. Sandro is here. Why can't I see Sandro? Jojo Rabbit. I'm guessing Sandro liked Jojo Rabbit and it's voting for it to win. It is nominated for Best Picture, even though they didn't nominate Taika Waititi for Best Director. Jojo Rabbit. Sandro's vote goes to Jojo Rabbit. I love Jojo Rabbit too. I don't think it's gonna win, but as long as Joker doesn't win, I'm happy. Come on, come on. Let me change the thumbnail. Let me change the thumbnail. Can I change the thumbnail? Come on. No, it doesn't let me change the thumbnail. Oh well. Sucks to be me. Yep, doesn't let me. So, better luck next time, I guess. Sandro comments again. Neither do why. I guess it's about Jojo. Oh yeah, about Jojo Rabbit winning. We don't believe it's going to win, but I would love to see it winning. We love Jojo Rabbit. Jojo Rabbit is fucking awesome. And yeah, it's 9 p.m. So we're going to start with our predictions. All right, and let's start with here it is. Visual effects. Nominees are Avengers Endgame, The Irishman, Lion King, 1917, and Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Okay, so all great nominees. I loved all of these films. Avengers Endgame being my favorite film, not only of 2019, but of all time. Okay, so I don't think I would have booted any of these out for anything else. Off the top of my head, I don't believe any of these deserve to be booted. Maybe Irishman is the most underwhelming choice, but given what they did and how well they did it, I like that it's there. But I think this is between three movies, actually. This is between three movies. It's between Avengers Endgame, it's between 1917, and The Lion King. The Lion King is astounding. Honestly, I think The Lion King is winning. My vote is sure go for The Lion King, but between these three, Avengers Endgame, 1917, or The Lion King, I'm happy with either of these three winning. Because Lion King is literally everything special effects. I mean, one shot isn't special effects, I guess. The Rise of Skywalker, I believe, is Sandro's vote. And again, if it wins, I'm happy too. But I believe it's Lion King's award to lose. I believe the Academy loves what they did with that film, despite not loving the film way too much not to vote for it. So I think it will win. And should it win? Yeah. Between all these nominees, I think it's one of the best, probably the best, the most impressive, at least, because everything about it is this category. Okay, so we're going to go to Best Film Editing. Nominees are Ford v Ferrari, one of my favorites last year, The Irishman again, Jojo Rabbit, which is fantastic, The Joker, for some reason, is here. I don't know why, and Parasite. All of these deserve to be here except Joker. I mean, it's not bad editing. I like the editing, but it's not Academy Award level of editing. So who would I put here? Let me check quickly. Oh, I know. Knives Out. I would have put Knives Out for editing instead of Joker, just like that. Easily best edited. Lighthouse as phenomenal editing. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else stands out in editing? So Knives Out. I just said it. Why am I blanking? Knives Out. Lighthouse. Those two deserve the best editing award. I don't know why 1917 wasn't nominated for best editing, because you cannot see the editing apart from one shot in those. Uncut Gems, unfortunately, wasn't nominated, but I guess it's Patrick O'Malley's. Thank you very much for watching Patrick O'Malley's votes to win. It was his favorite movie. What else deserves best editing over Joker? Not Two Popes, maybe. Peanut Butter Falcon was really well edited. Excuse me. Parasite is there. Irishman, is Irishman there? Yeah, Irishman is for film editing. That's really good. Um, Jojo is there. Yeah, so I guess Lighthouse, Knives Out, and I just said another one. I literally just said another one that should really be in there. But I forgot. Oh well, at least those are two. Those are two that I would nominate instead of Joker. But anyway, it's not even going to be Joker's award. I think this one is easily going to Parasite. Maybe Ford v Ferrari could be a dark horse and swoop it, but I think it's going for Parasite right here. Best film editing. Um, I also believe it's Parasite's to lose. I'm really happy if it does win. Should it win? Yes. Honestly, between that and Ford v Ferrari, those are easily two of the best edited films of the year, along with Knives Out, which didn't even get a nomination for some reason. But oh well, let's move on. So, recapping so far, I think Lion King will win for Best Visual Effects. I think it should win, along with 1917 or Avengers Endgame. And for Best Film Editing, Parasite is going to win, and Ford v Ferrari or Parasite should win. I never make up my mind on these things. I always have two or three on the should wins because these are really great movies on these disciplines. Okay, so Best Costume Design. The Irishman is nominated. Jojo Rabbit is nominated. Joker is nominated. Little Women is nominated. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is nominated. So in terms of costume design, I love all of these films. They're all really, 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 really great. They transport you back into that era. I don't think I would move any of them out. Like off the top of my head, maybe I put Two Popes instead of Joker, I guess. But I'm really not sure. Knives Out isn't really period, but the costume design on that is also like really fucking good. Um, Ford v Ferrari, but Ford v Ferrari is mostly suits. I guess I wouldn't put Ford v Ferrari, not that it has bad costume design, but I don't think I'd put Ford v Ferrari instead of anything that's in here. After maybe 1917, they didn't nominate 1917 for this. I would boot Joker out and put 1917. Yeah, maybe probably that. Um, Dolomite is My Name. I was expecting Dolomite is My Name to get a nomination on this. It didn't. Out of the nominees, again, maybe I'd boot Joker out. I would even boot 1917 out for Dolomite is My Name in terms of costume design. What else? Not Parasite. Maybe Knives Out, but I would nominate Dolomite is My Name for in ahead of Knives Out if it did get a nomination. That is. Not Marriage Story. Lighthouse, maybe I'd put Lighthouse, but again, not ahead of Dolomite is My Name. Downton Abbey maybe should have gotten a nomination. The costume design on that is just fabulous. And yeah, now we're in the summer season. Nothing in here is going to get an Academy Award nomination. Okay, so maybe the snub here was Dolomite is My Name, and maybe 1917, and maybe Knives Out. I'm going Once Upon a Time in Hollywood on this. I am going Once Upon a Time in Hollywood for Best Costume Design. It should win. Is it going to win, though? I think maybe Joker takes this one. Joker or The Irishman. But again, Hollywood loves movies about Hollywood. Okay, so Once Upon a Time in Hollywood should win. I think Joker is going to win, but Once Upon a Time in Hollywood has a really good shot at like taking it all of a sudden surprising. So yeah, should win. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood will win. Not that I agree, but Joker is going to win. I think that's how it's going to go. Best makeup and hairstyling. Nominated are Bombshell, Joker. This is one of the nominations that Joker deserves to have. Then Judy, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil was something that surprised a lot of people. In 1917, I think we are underestimating as a collective. I'm doing this myself, but I think we are underestimating the chances of 1917 um, on this category. Now, this all might feel redundant as I say what I'm about to say. I don't think it's going to win. I don't think it should win. But maybe it has a chance, and it certainly deserves the nomination itself. Um, I'm voting for Joker will win, but should win, I'll probably say Bombshell or 1917. Uh, it's hard. I think the Academy really loves Bombshell for this one, but I'm not sure. Okay, out of my gut, like I have to say one, I'm going to choose Bombshell. So, best makeup and hairstyling, Joker is going to win. That's my prediction, but Bombshell should win. Um, Now let's recap quickly for best visual effects. I think The Lion King should win. I think The Lion King will win, but either Avengers Endgame or 1917 might swoop it. Then for best film editing, I think Parasite will win, and I think Parasite will win, but I think Ford v Ferrari has a chance at nabbing it, and I think Parasite should win. Best costume design, I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is going to win, and I think it should win. That's totally not what I said just a minute ago, was it? But now I changed my mind. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is and should win. Is going to and should win. Best makeup and hairstyling, Joker is going to win, but Bombshell should win. Best cinematography. Nominated are The Irishman, Joker, The Lighthouse, at least it got a nomination, 1917, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Now, all of these movies are fan-fucking-tastic. Patrick O'Malley says a lot of that people make up in 1917. That is very accurate. That is one of the best comments I've ever read on the live stream. Thank you, Patrick. And it is, again, it has a chance because of that, because it was very gruesome and it was very in your face. The camera went a lot into the dead people and the wounds, so it has a chance. As I recap these, I might change my mind as I go. Best cinematography, again, The Irishman, Joker. I don't think Joker should be in here at all. The Lighthouse, 1917, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I would put Knives Out, Marriage Story, Jojo Rabbit, Parasite. What else? The Lighthouse is there. It wasn't snubbed on this one, thankfully. Yeah, I'd put these four: Knives Out, Marriage Story, Jojo Rabbit. Not four, and Parasite. Yes, four. Ahead of Joker on this category for the nomination, but they wouldn't win. This is Roger Deakins' award to lose. This is for 1917, absolutely. Um, it's the greatest of all time. When the greatest of all time shoots a movie, the others have no chance. Now, the greatest of all time only has one Oscar for a reason that escapes me. I don't know how many times he was nominated and he lost when he clearly had shot the best movie of that year, or he was the better shooter of that movie, I guess, for that year. So this is for Roger Deakins. I am 99.9% sure, because you can never be absolutely sure with the Academy, but I think 1917 is going to win. I think 1917 should win for best cinematography. All right, let's go to best production design. The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. This is a really tight one. And I'm going to be honest, it's not a tight one between all the nominees. Get The Irishman out of there. I'm sorry, Jojo. Get Jojo out of there. This is a race of three. Because between 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite, I honestly am lost for words so far. I have no idea. I think will win is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And in fact, 1917 might not even be that close to Once Upon a Time and Parasite when it comes to this category. I think 1917 is very much ahead of Jojo and The Irishman. But I think Parasite and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood are even more ahead of where 1917 is. So this is a race of two, in fact. Um, Production design. Okay, I'm going. Will win is probably Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And honestly, I can't argue for Parasite if it does. Nor would I be able to argue if Parasite was the favorite going in. But again, I'm thinking Once Upon a Time in Hollywood will win, and I think it should win. I'll be happy if Parasite does, to be honest. Hell, I'll be happy if any of these do. But I think it's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's to lose. So again, best visual effects should win Lion King, will win Lion King. Best film editing should win Parasite, will win Parasite. Maybe Ford v Ferrari goes there and steals it all of a sudden. Best costume design, it's going to be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It should and it will. Best makeup and hairstyling, I think Joker will win. I think Bombshell should win. Best cinematography, 1917 should and will. Roger Deakins, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Production design, I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood will win, and I think it should win. Start dropping your guesses for these categories. Who should win and who will win? Because those are two very different things. Let's go to best sound mixing. Ad Astra, which seemed to be a favorite for Oscars when it came out, but suddenly no one was talking about it. So Ad Astra for best sound mixing, Ford v Ferrari, Joker for some reason, 1917, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think this one should. I think this one should go to Ford v Ferrari. I think it might very well go to Ford v Ferrari, but I wouldn't put it past the Academy to suddenly give it to 1917. And I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't. But I think it should totally be for Ford v Ferrari. So I think it should. I think it will. But 1917 might suddenly go there and steal and steal the sound mixing back in revenge for Ford v Ferrari possibly stealing the best film editing, even though 1917 isn't even involved in the editing. Best sound editing, two very different disciplines of sound right here. So Ford v Ferrari, again, Joker for some reason, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Star Wars, The Force Awakens. Not The Force Awakens, what the fuck is wrong with me? The Rise of Skywalker, Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. Pretty much what I said in the previous category. It should be Ford v Ferrari. I think it will be, but 1917 might suddenly go there and boom. Suddenly the award goes to 1917. So let's quickly recap. Best sound editing and sound mixing. I think Ford v Ferrari should win both of these. I think Ford v Ferrari will win. I think 1917 has a chance at nabbing either or both of these. Production design, I think, will and should be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but Parasite has a chance. Best cinematography is 1917. There's not even a question about it. Best makeup and hairstyling will be Joker. I think it should be Bombshell. Best costume design will be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and I think it should be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Best film editing should be Ford v Ferrari. Parasite as a chance. Best visual effects should be Lion King, and I think it will be Lion King, with Avengers Endgame or 1917 having a chance at stealing it. Okay, I'm going to. Oh no, we're not there yet. Okay, so best original song. I Can't Let You Throw Yourself Away from Toy Story. I'm Gonna Love Me Again from Rocket Man. I'm Standing With You from Breakthrough. Into the Unknown from Frozen 2, and Stand Up from Harriet. Now, I haven't seen Harriet. I just lost it because it came out at a very busy time when a lot of movies were coming out. Breakthrough is that Christian faith film. I didn't watch it. I haven't even listened to the song. I saw Rocketman, therefore I heard the song. I didn't like the song from Toy Story 4 at all. I don't know why the hell it's nominated. And as far as the clear winner here, Into the Unknown from Frozen 2, despite having not heard two of the songs nominated, it should have been Show Yourself that was nominated. Show Yourself should have been the song that was nominated. Ricardo asks best animated picture. We're getting to it. We're following the Wikipedia page from bottom to top. Where right now we're in original song, and Show Yourself should have been the song that was nominated from Frozen 2, not Into the Unknown, even though I love Into the Unknown, but Show Yourself is the best song out of that film. But I think it should go to Into the Unknown out of these, and it will go Into the Unknown out of these. Again, put an asterisk into it. I haven't listened to the song from the Breakthrough film, and I haven't even seen Harriet, so I haven't heard to that song either. I do want to watch Harriet. I have it. I own it. But I haven't seen it yet. Let's go for Best Original Score. Joker, for some reason, I have no idea. I didn't even notice the score, and I'm a score guy. If you guys follow me, you know I'm a score guy. My phone is riddled with movie scores. I don't remember the Joker score for a second, but it's probably going to win. Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, and Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Okay, let's start with the biggest snub of the Oscars. Alan Silvestri should have been nominated for Best Score. He composed the best score of the year. Hell, Us, a score that everyone loved but me. Us is a better score than Joker. Um, um, and where was I? Okay, yeah. So score. 1917 from Thomas Newman as a shot. I would love for Marriage Story to win. It's not going to. Alexander Desplat's score for Little Women is fantastic. I mean, it will be Joker. Should it be Joker? Nah, it shouldn't. I mean, any of these four, and I'm not especially passionate about all four. I like them, good scores. I noticed them in the movie, and like the Joker one, but I don't know. It's going to be Joker show, so I guess. But it should be any of the other ones because any of the other ones are better than the score for Joker. So let's quickly recap. Best visual effects, it's going to be The Lion King. It should be The Lion King, but Avengers Endgame or 1917 have a shot at stealing it. Best film editing, Ford v Ferrari is going to win. Parasite as a shot at stealing it. I think Ford v Ferrari should win. Best costume design, it will, and it should be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Best makeup and hairstyling, it will be Joker. It should be Bombshell. Best cinematography, it is going to be, and it should be 1917. Best production design, it is going to be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It should be, yes, but I think Parasite has a shot at stealing it. Best sound mixing and best sound editing should both go to Ford v Ferrari. 1917 has a chance in both categories at stealing it. Best original song, Into the Unknown. Best original score, it will be Joker. It should be anything else. Best animated short, I'm going to skip because I haven't seen. I've seen Kit Bull because it's on Disney Plus, and they also put it on YouTube a few months ago. But I haven't seen any of the other ones. I haven't seen any of the live action short films, so we're going to skip it. I haven't seen any of the documentary short films, so we're going to skip it. I haven't seen Honeyland, For Sama, Edge of the Democracy, The Cave, American Factory. I haven't seen any of the documentaries. The one documentary that I heard throughout all year that it was fantastic and I wanted to see it, but I ended up just not being able to see it, was Apollo 11. I didn't see it, but everyone else was raving about it. Everyone else said it should have been nominated, but I just didn't see it. And it sucks. I really wanted to see it. But we're going to skip that as well. Best International Feature Film. Corpus Christi, Honeyland, which is a documentary. It's also nominated for Best Documentary. Les Miserables, I really want to see this movie. It's not the musical all over again. Pain and Glory, which I just saw today for the first time, and Parasite. So I have only seen two of the nominated, but look, only one of them is nominated for Best Picture overall. So if you're the one out of this category that has a smaller body to select from, and then you're nominated for like the big category, I think it's clear that Parasite is going to win this one. If it doesn't, it absolutely makes no sense for it to be nominated for the overall Best Picture if it doesn't even win Best International Picture or Feature Film, whatever. I saw Pain and Glory. It's a good movie. wasn't like impressed with it as a whole. Great performance, great cinematography. It's directed very well, but I have a lot of problems with the story. I think it's a good movie though. But Parasite is going to win this one. I think it should win this one. But again, an asterisk. I haven't seen every single one of the nominees. And finally, as Ricardo asks, we are at the best animated feature film. The nominators are How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World, I Lost My Body. I haven't seen this one. I completely forgot of this one. Klaus, I just saw Klaus yesterday. Klaus is phenomenal. I would have absolutely, it wouldn't have made it into my top 10 of 2019, but it would have been an honorable mention. It is my second favorite animated film of last year. You will know what my favorite was in a few seconds. Missing Link, which surprisingly won the Golden Globe, and Toy Story 4. Okay, so let's talk about how Frozen 2 was not nominated and Missing Link was. I'm not going to talk about I Lost My Body because I haven't seen it, but Frozen 2 certainly is better than Missing Link. I like Missing Link, but Frozen 2 is better. Okay, who is going to win? My mind says Toy Story 4. My heart says Klaus, because Klaus has been sweeping. And all this award season has been, it's Klaus or surprisingly Missing Link. Klaus won the Annies, though. It won the animation awards. So it's tough. Will win, I'm going to say either Klaus or Toy Story 4. Should it win either of them? No, it should be How to Train Your Dragon 2. How to Train Your Dragon 2 was phenomenal. How to Train Your Dragon 2 was the best animated film last year. Was my number 10 overall of the year. I fucking love this film to no end. But unfortunately, I don't expect it to win, which sucks. It sucks because I think it's so much better than everything else. Certainly better than Toy Story 4, which is ruined by the ending. So should win How to Train a Dragon, will win either Klaus or Toy Story 4. I might lean Klaus. And if Klaus wins, I'll be very happy. So quickly recapping, Best Animated Feature, should How to Train a Dragon, will Toy Story 4 or Klaus. Best International Feature Film, it's going to be Parasite. It just makes sense. Best Original Score, it's going to be Joker, but it should be any of the other nominees. Best Original Song, it is going to be, and it should be, Into the Unknown. Best Sound Editing and Sound Mixing, it is going to be, and it should be, Ford v Ferrari, but 1917 might steal it. Best Production Design, it should, and it will be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but Parasite has a chance at stealing it. Best Cinematography, it will, and it should be 1917. Best Makeup and Hairstyling, it will be Joker, it should be Bombshell. Best Costume Design, it will, and it should be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Best Film Editing, Ford v Ferrari should totally have this one. I think it will have this one, but Parasite has a chance. Best Visual Effects, it should be Lion King. It most likely will be Lion King, but Avengers Endgame or 1917 have a chance at stealing it. Let's go to Best Adapted Screenplay. The nominees are The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, for some reason. I don't know why the fuck it is there. Little Women, and The Two Popes. I certainly would take Joker out. I probably would take Two Popes out. Really good screenplay, really good movie. But not like, I don't think Lighthouse should be here. Knives Out, but Knives Out is original, so we'll get to that. Knives Out actually did get a nomination. Forget what I said. I'm stupid. So forget what I just said about Knives Out. Adapted screenplay. Off the top of my head, adapted screenplays. I'm sure a lot of things deserve to be nominated. I think Joker doesn't deserve to be here. Maybe I would take Two Popes out too, but again, off the top of my head, what is adapted? I don't know off the top of my head what is an adapted screenplay out of the movies of 2019. So I think this one is going to go to Jojo Rabbit, and I think it should go to Jojo Rabbit. But now that I'm looking at it, maybe Two Popes has a chance at stealing it, despite me disagreeing that it's here. Okay, I'm going to go with my guts. I'm going to go, should win, absolutely. Jojo Rabbit should win. and I think it will win. I think it will win. I'm going with my gut. I think it will win. So, best of the screenplay, Jojo Rabbit will and should. Best original screenplay, we have Knives Out. We have Marriage Story, which it's also so good. 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. Now, these are fantastic screenplays. As far as the screenplay alone goes, maybe 1917 is the weakest one out of these five. Um, the Academy does love Tarantino when it comes to screenplay, and they don't like him apart from that a lot. Um, oh my god. Um, or I think Knives Out should win. It was the best screenplay out of last year, adapted or original. I think Knives Out should totally win. They might give this one to Tarantino, but they're showing so much love for Parasite as well. Hmm. I don't know, man. This one is tough. As far as who is going to win is concerned. Marriage Story, as far as the screenplay goes, has also been getting a lot of love. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. What do you guys think? Who is going to win Best Original? Parasite should. Okay, we have a vote for Parasite from Zach McNeil. Thank you very much, Zach, for watching and for sharing your thoughts. I think Knives Out should, but I'm going to go with Zach and say that Parasite will. So I'm going to 50% disagree with you because phenomenal screenplay, Parasite. I've read it. I've read it. It's really fucking good. But again, the Academy does love Tarantino. I don't know. My heart is torn on this one, on who will. But okay, I'm going to go with Zach. I'm going to go with Zach. Knives Out. For me, Knives Out is should win, but Parasite is going to win. But then Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is right there looking at me like, how fucking dare you say that? So let's quickly recap. Best original screenplay, Knives Out should, Parasite will. Don't look at me like that, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Best adapted screenplay, Jojo Rabbit should, Jojo Rabbit will. I made up my mind. I'm going to keep with that. Best animated feature should, How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World, will. Klaus or Toy Story 4, I can't decide between these two. Best international feature, it's going to be Parasite. I haven't seen documentaries nor shorts. Best original score is going to be Joker. It should be. I'll be happy with any of the other ones, especially if it is 1917 or maybe Marriage Story. Marriage Story score is so beautiful, man. Ah. Um, Best original song is going to be, and it should be, Into the Unknown. Sound editing, sound mixing, Ford v Ferrari. 1917 has a chance at stealing it. Best production design is going to be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Parasite has a chance at stealing it. Best cinematography, it's going to be 1917. Roger Deakins, everybody. Roger Deakins, the GOAT. Best makeup and hairstyling is going to be Joker. It should be Bombshell. Best costume design is going to be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and it should be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Ford v Ferrari will win for best editing. It should win for best editing. Parasite has a chance. Best visual effects is going to be Lion King. It should be Lion King. Avengers Endgame or 1917 might steal it. So let's now we're like on the big ones. So best supporting actress, Kathy Bates, Laura Dern, Scarlett Johansson, Florence Pugh. I'm so happy that she was nominated. Florence Pugh and my goddess Margot Robbie. This is Laura Dern's. It's Laura Dern's. I believe if we're going to have a surprise on this, now I'm not even thinking it has a chance at suddenly stealing it. If we're going to be shocked on these categories tonight, I think this one should and will go to Laura Dern. Maybe in an alternate universe, throughout the multiverse, there's one. You know it. I can possibly see Scarlett Johansson stealing it. I don't think it will. I don't think it should. I think it has a 0.01% chance at happening, and it shocks us all. And I'll be very happy because I love Scarlett and Jojo Rabbit, but I think Laura Dern should, and I think she will win for Best Supporting Actress in Marriage Story. Kathy Bates. Zach mentions that he loves Kathy and Laura. Kathy Bates was fantastic in Richard Jewell. The performances are really what takes that movie to another level, for me at least. And it's already a good movie, but the performance is there. But again, Laura Dern, I think, should and will win for Marriage Story. Best Supporting Actor. And just look at this category. Any of these guys could win, and I would be like, yeah, he deserves it. Tom Hanks, Anthony Hopkins, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, Brad Pitt. Willem Dafoe was nominated, but who do you take out to put Willem Dafoe in? I don't know, man. I really don't know. They're all so fucking good. This one, I think it will go to Brad Pitt. Who should it go to? It should go to any of them. There, I'm going to cheat on this one. It will go to Brad Pitt. It should go to any of them. Any of them deserve it. Any of them deserve to get this award. Because they're all fan-fucking-tastic. Even Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe should... For some reason, YouTube decided to block one of Zach's comments, but I fixed it. It's here. It says, my God, every fucking one of them is fantastic. Yeah. Again, I'm going to cheat. We should all cheat on this one. Any of them should take it home. I'll be happy if any of them takes it home. I mean, one of them is going to take it. I think it's going to be Brad Pitt. It should be any of them. So Brad Pitt will win. It should go to any of them. For Best Supporting Actress, Laura will and should take it. Best Original Screenplay should be Knives Out. It's going to be Parasite. Best Adapted Screenplay should be Jojo Rabbit. It's going to be Jojo Rabbit. Best Animated Feature, How to Train Your Dragon should. Klaus or Toy Story 4 will. Parasite for Best International Feature will and should. Best Original Score is going to be Joker, should be any of the other ones. Best Original Song, Into the Unknown from Frozen 2 will and should. Best Sound Editing and Best Sound Mixing will and should be Ford v Ferrari, with 1917 probably suddenly stealing it in an alternate universe. Best Production Design is going to be and should be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but Parasite has a chance, and I won't even be mad about it. Best Cinematography is for 1917. It should and it will. Already down here. Yeah. Makeup should be Bombshell. It will be Joker. Costume Design will and should be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Best Film Editing will and should be Ford v Ferrari. Visual Effects should be Lion King. Will be Lion King. With 1917 and Avengers Endgame having a shot at stealing it. Let's go to Best Actress. Cynthia Erivo is nominated for Harriet. Again, I haven't seen Harriet. I really want to see it, but just didn't have time. I'm probably watching tomorrow, maybe. Scarlett Johansson for Marriage Story. Saoirse Ronan for Little Women. Charlize Theron for Bombshell. She was so good. And Renee Zellweger for Judy. Zach says, way to go, man. Thank you very much, Zach. Best Actress. I think it's going to go to Renee Zellweger. Everyone has been giving her the award. I think it should be Scarlett Johansson. She was one of my favorite performers. She was not my favorite performance of the year because you know why? Because there was this little movie that everyone else loved. I didn't love it. I liked it, but I didn't love it. It was Waves. And in Waves had my favorite performance of the year. From a man, from a woman. My favorite overall performance of the year was in Waves by this young girl who I have never seen before called Taylor Russell. She should be here in this category. She should be here. She should be nominated. She was phenomenal in her role. She was sensational. But it's going to go to Renee Zellweger, who did a phenomenal job in Judy as well. But I think Scarlett Johansson was even better. I think it should go to her. So Zach hasn't even seen Harriet yet, so I'm not alone. I'm glad I'm not alone. Thank you for being with me, Zach. Um, and I'm guessing by your comment you haven't seen Waves. Watch Waves because everyone loves it. I didn't love it. I loved the second half of the film. I only liked the first half, and that's why overall I only liked it. But Taylor Russell, she has a crushing performance. Why? Why isn't this minimizing? There we go. Okay, so we're done with Best Actress. Should be Scarlett, is going to be Renee. Best Actor, Antonio Banderas, and having seen Pain and Glory just today, he totally deserves to be here. Antonio Banderas, Leonardo DiCaprio, Adam Driver, Joaquin Phoenix, and Jonathan Pryce. Again, who do you take out? I think I would take out. I take out either. No, I love Antonio Banderas did a phenomenal job, but Jonathan Pryce was better than him. So I'll tell you what, I'll take Antonio Banderas out and put in Robert De Niro for The Irishman, because both of his co-stars, the supporting actors in Al Pacino and Joe Pesci, were nominated for The Irishman. But The Irishman doesn't work as well as it does without Robert De Niro. He was the soul of that movie. I have no idea how he wasn't nominated. And remember what I just said about Taylor Russell being my favorite performance overall? Robert De Niro was my favorite male performance of the year. And right after him, it was Adam Driver. I mean, Adam Driver and him are pretty much up to par. So this one is going to go to Joaquin Phoenix, who was phenomenal in The Joker. He totally deserves this nomination. This is one of the few nominations that I think Joker actually deserved to get. So it's totally going to be him. But Adam Driver has a chance at stealing it. Don't think he doesn't. And I'll be happy if he does. I'll also be happy if Joaquin wins, because he's the best part of Joker. And he totally deserves to be here. Again, so many good performances this year. Christian Bale, Robert Pattinson, Daniel Craig. Who else? The main guy from 1917, George Mackay, Roman Jane Griffiths. So good. There's so many good people that were nominated because 2019 was that good a year overall for movies. Dean Horton asks 1917 or Parasite. We'll get to that. You're not going to like my answer because it's going to be kind of a cheat because I can't decide. Right now we're in Best Actor, and my final say in this one is that Joaquin Phoenix will win. He should win, but Adam Driver has a chance at suddenly going there and thrusting his lightsaber through Phoenix and winning. So recapping, Best Actor, Joaquin Phoenix will. Joaquin Phoenix should, but Adam Driver has a chance. Best Actress, it will be Renee. It should be Scarlett. Best Supporting Actor, it will be Brad Pitt. It should be any of them. Best Supporting Actress, it will and it should be Laura Dern. Best Original Screenplay, it should be Knives Out. It will be Parasite. Best Adapted Screenplay, it will and it should be Jojo Rabbit. Best Animated Feature, it should be How to Train Your Dragon 3. It will be Klaus or Toy Story 4. Best International Film, it will and it should be Parasite. Again, haven't seen all of them, but Parasite is the only one who's nominated for Best Picture. Best Original Score is going to be Joker. It should be... I'm going to vote 1917. 1917, guys, my votes for should win. Best Original Song will and should be Into the Unknown. Sound editing and sound mixing will be for Ford v Ferrari, and they should be for Ford v Ferrari. Best Production Design is going to be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It should be Parasite. Best Cinematography, it will... No, what did I just say? No, Best Production Design, it should be, and it will be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but Parasite has a shot at stealing it. Best Cinematography, it will and it should be 1917. Bombshell should win for makeup and hairstyling, but it will be Joker who wins. Best costume design will be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It should be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Film editing will and should be Ford v Ferrari. Visual effects should be Lion King. It most likely will be Lion King, with 1917 and Avengers Endgame having a shot at stealing it. So we've recapped, and now we're in the final two, everyone. Thank you very much for everyone who is watching. Thank you very much for Zach McNeil, for Dean Horton to be here, active in the comment sections, sharing your thoughts. You're both rooting for Joaquin. Honestly, I'll be more than happy if Joaquin wins. He's phenomenal in that film. He's the best part of that film. But now let's get to the final two. Best Director: Martin Scorsese, Todd Phillips, Sam Mendes, Quentin Tarantino, and Bong Joon-ho. I would take Todd Phillips out of this one. I would put Noah Baumbach here. I would put Taika Waititi here. I would put Greta Gerwig. Why am I blanking on the name? Ryan Johnson. Guy who directed The Lighthouse, directed The Witch. Why am I blanking? Why am I blanking on the guy? I love him. Robert Eggers. I would put Robert Eggers here, ahead of Todd Phillips. Would I take anyone else out? I don't know, man. Okay, I think we have one favorite on this one. We have two favorites in Best Picture, but we have one favorite here. I think it should go. I think it will go to Sam Mendes for 1917. I mean, if Bong Joon-ho suddenly gets this one, I'll be so fucking happy. Oh my god. Zach, your comment showed up as soon as I was saying it. Bong Joon-ho, hopefully deservedly. Dude, I think Sam Mendes also deserves this one. I think he will win. But if Bong Joon-ho suddenly gets announced as the winner of this one, I'll jump out of my seat and I'll wake up my flatmates, because I'll be so happy for him. It'll be like 2 years ago when Guillermo del Toro suddenly won for The Shape of Water. I love that movie. I love Guillermo. I had no hope for him to win, but he suddenly wins. I was so fucking happy for him. So fucking happy. And then he won for Best Picture, which was even more surprising. So again, but I think it will, and I'll have no problem when it does go to Sam Mendes. And now finally, for Best Picture, the creme de la creme, the award everyone's after: Ford v Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite. Now, this is the one where this is a race of two right now. Ford v Ferrari was my third favorite movie of last year. It has no shot. I believe it has no shot. The Irishman, despite getting quite a lot of love all around, I think the Academy is not so big on it as it seemed at first. Jojo Rabbit should have gotten a lot more love than it did, and it did get 6 awards, which is awesome. I don't think Joker belongs here, but I also don't think it will win. I think it has a chance. Little Women, it has no chance, and it's another movie that should have gotten a whole lot more love. My heart is rooting for Marriage Story, man. My heart is rooting for Marriage Story, even though I know it has no chance. So again, this is a race of two. This is between 1917 and Parasite. And I'm going to cheat on this one again. I'm going to cheat on this one because I have no idea between these two, which is honestly, it's between them. It's between them and no one else. Dean Horton says Bong Joon-ho would be great. The little details of Parasite, from the lighting to the cinematography, were amazing. Dude, as I watch those details, as I see this film, I've seen this film 3 times now, I'm like, mwah, chef's kiss. Parasite is instant classic, and it's growing and growing every time I rewatch it. I'm right there with you, my friend. Um, but I'm going to cheat because as I think about, I can't decide myself. If I was voting, I wouldn't be able to decide um, in between these two. It's between these two, man. It's Parasite in 1917, and I'll be happy if either of them wins. Man, but if Marriage Story suddenly grabs it, it's not going to. But if suddenly it grabs it, I'll be like, holy shit, fuck yes, it won Marriage Story. Um, but yeah, it's between these two. They have all the momentum going for them. They have been just getting surprise award after surprise award. Whereas in the beginning, despite everyone loving these films, no one expected for them to be the favorites. Everyone was expecting Joker or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or The Irishman to be the favorites. But no, we are in the world where 1917 or Parasite are the two head honchos going into going going to win these awards. Zach McNeil says, "Totally agree with you on Marriage Story. I'm glad you loved it as well, man. That movie. That is another one that also grew. That also grew on rewatch because I watched it at the London Film Festival and I loved it then. I had a few minor issues. I gave it an A minus. As I watched it again, it grew up. It didn't grow up like significantly. I upgraded it in my head. Not that I made another video about it. In my head, I upgraded. No, this gets an A, not an A minus. It gets an A. It was overall my fifth favorite or fourth favorite of 2019. Um, it was just so great. Um, Knives Out. Now that we're talking about movies that should get more love, Knives Out is another one that should totally get more love. Jojo Rabbit as well. But now we've come to the end. Let's quickly recap. Best Picture. I can't decide. I admit I'm cheating on this one. I'm tapping out. I can't decide between 1917 or Parasite. Hell, have a tie. Have them both win. Have them both win. Have them both win this award. 1917 and Parasite. Both of you get the Best Picture Oscar. That would be awesome. Nobody would be expecting that. Um, so 1917 and Parasite for Best Picture. They should and they will tie for Best Picture. That's my bold prediction of the decade. Um, Best Director. I think it will be Sam Mendes. I think it should be Sam Mendes. But if Bong goes in there, I'll be a happy man. I'll be a really, really, really happy man. Um, Dean Horton says, "Love Marriage Stories as well. That argument scene, the argument scene broke me. It broke me. I've seen it twice. I want to see it a third time, but you have to catch up on new movies. Just don't have time. I want to see it again, but man, the argument scene. Though you know what sucks about Marriage Story, it's a Netflix film. Therefore, it's not going to come out on Blu-ray. I want a physical copy of Marriage Story. I want a beautiful steelbook that makes me cry just by looking at it. Just I see that cover and it's not going to come out on Blu-ray. That's the thing that sucks about Marriage Story. That's the issue I have with Marriage Story is that hey, Ryan O'Toole is here, man. What is up? Ryan O'Toole from America, everybody. He's not going to have to stay up during the night to watch the Oscars like me, an European. Uh, I hope you're good, Ryan. Thank you so much for joining us. And you just joined us in time for the recap. Let's go from the top again because we lost track. I lost track. It was my fault. For Best Picture, I cannot decide between 1917 or Parasite. Have them both win. Have a tie. Shock everyone in a positive way, Academy. And we'll all be happy. For Best Director, I think it will. I think it should be Sam Mendes. Do Bong. I'm secretly also rooting for you, my boy. Best Actor is going to be Joaquin Phoenix. It should be Joaquin Phoenix, but I am rooting for Adam Driver because he was my second favorite male performance of the year. Best Actress, it will be Renee Zellweger. It should be Scarlett Johansson for Marriage Story. Best Supporting Actor, it will be Brad Pitt. It should be any of them. Any of them deserve it. Look, Tom Hanks, Anthony Hopkins, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, any of them deserve it. Even Willem Dafoe, who was nominated, deserves it. Best Supporting Actress, it will and it should be Laura Dern. I think this one is the most sure win out of the actor categories. Dean Horton says Marriage Story is a movie that really lets the actors act, lets everyone get into a scene and dialogue. So rare this day and age. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely agree. I couldn't agree with more. And that comes from a great script that the actors can just act it out. Ryan O'Toole says, I don't care if 1917 or Parasite wins because they both were my favorite films of last year. See? We'll all be happy, Academy. Just have a tie for Best Picture. 1917 and Parasite. Have my boy Bong and my boy Sam go into the stage and hug each other, and they both win. And we all win because we'll all be happy. Um, Best Original Screenplay. It should be Knives Out. It will be, where is it? Parasite. It will be Parasite. My boy Bong and his friend Han Jin-won. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Or Jin-won Han, as you'd pronounce it, as you'd say it in Korea. It will be Parasite. It should be Knives Out. Knives Out was my favorite screenplay out of last year. Not that that's any shade on Parasite. Parasite is phenomenal. I'll be very happy. Just that Knives Out was my favorite. Best adapted screenplay. It will, and it should be Jojo Rabbit. Jojo Rabbit is also fan-fucking-tastic. It should have gotten more love. Best animated feature. It will be Toy Story or Klaus. I really can't decide. But it should be How to Train Your Dragon 3. Tres. The Hidden World. Best international feature film. Again, I haven't seen all of these, but Parasite is the only one that out of these 5 is nominated for like the big category. So I think it's clear that it's going to win, and it's totally should win. In Korea, it's Han Ji-won. So I said it wrong. Oh no, so it's the same. Okay, cool. Thank you for letting me know, Zach. So I made an unnecessary correction to myself. Thank you, Zach. I haven't seen the documentaries or the shorts. So let's go to Best Original Score. It will be Joker. I think it should be either Marriage Story or 1917. But I also love Little Women. I also love the Rise of Skywalker one. But the Joker score didn't stand out to me. And again, I'm a score guy. If you guys watch me for any period of time, you guys know I'm a score guy. Look, I'm just going to prove it to you. Let me open Spotify. I'm just going to prove it to you. Look at my albums. Is it showing? It is. Look, my albums. It's mostly movie scores. There's some Alter Bridge TV scores even. There's TV scores. I'm a movie score guy. Now it's Bon Jovi. It's not helping my case, is it? Here it is. Terminator, then the Iron Man movies, Thor. I have so many movie scores. I'm a movie score guy. I didn't remember the Joker one. I think it will win. I think any of the other nominees should win. Best original song is going to be, and it should be, Into the Unknown. Best sound editing and best sound mixing is going to be Ford v Ferrari. It deserves it. 1917 has a shot at stealing either of those or both. Ryan says, I think Klaus is beating Toy Story 4 after it won the BAFTA and Annie. Yes, it won the Annie, so it has that shot. And I loved Klaus. I saw it last night. Not night, but I saw it yesterday. It was really good. Dean Horton says, nice, I have the same. I listen to the Portals theme for Endgame every time I run on the treadmill. There you go, dude. There you go. I completely forgot to talk about the snub on this one. Alan Silvestri. Alan Silvestri should have the nomination for Best Score. He composed the best score of the year. It's not even close. But we're on sound mixing, so Ford Ferrari should and will win mixing and editing for sound, but 1917 has a chance. Production design should go to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It will go to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but Parasite has a really good chance. And again, as long as Parasite wins stuff, I'll be happy. Best cinematography, this is for 1917. This is for Roger Deakins. Don't screw this up again, Academy. I love most of the other nominees. If any of the other ones win, if any of the other ones were to win, it wouldn't be The Lighthouse, but maybe The Lighthouse. But I still would be mad because this is for 1917. It's not even close. It's not a race. It's a race of one. It's 1917 for Roger Deakins. Best makeup and hairstyling should be Bombshell, will be Joker. Best costume design will be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, should be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Film editing will be Ford v Ferrari, and it will be Ford v Ferrari, with Parasite having a shot. This one I'll be a little bit sad because the editing in Parasite is phenomenal, but I think Ford v Ferrari was very much the best edited film of last year. Visual effects. It sucks that My Boy Endgame won't get any wins. It only got one nomination, and it broke my heart. But I think this one should and will be Lion King. Again, Avengers Endgame has a shot. 1917 has a shot. But I think it's really going to go Lion King. Where is... Why is YouTube blocking comments just because they have swear words? Don't block my boys. Zach McNeil says music of Parasite is great as well. Sorry it wasn't nominated. Honestly, that's another score I haven't noticed. So I really couldn't. I can't agree, but I can't disagree either because I just didn't notice the score. Ricardo says, you're a movie score guy. It's just guys like us, after watching a movie, return home, we already are downloading the soundtrack. There you go. This guy has known me for years. We've known each other for like 8 years now. So he knows me. And Ryan says, Willem fucking Dafoe deserves the award over Brad Pitt. I don't necessarily agree with that one. But if he had been nominated, I think I'd be very happy to see. Again, the best supporting actor category is the one I cannot decide on who I think should win. I think Brad Pitt will win, but any of the other guys, Tom Hanks, Anthony Hopkins, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, any of them should win. All of them were phenomenal. But it's really sad that Willem Dafoe wasn't nominated, but such a good fucking year for supporting actors. Where's my order? Here it is. And João Magalhães says, we are here for Parasite. The love for Parasite has been strong during this live stream. Not only from my end, but from Ryan, from Dean, from Zach. This has been basically, I'm going to rename this video Parasite Love Fest Oscars 2020. Oscars 2020 will be the subtitle. Because this was a big Parasite Love Fest. Whew. And we've gone down and up and down. We've recapped again and again. And my boy Sandman. I wouldn't agree with the Sandman nomination, but I know everyone loved Sandman. He won the Spirit Awards last night for Best Actor. So that should help him right now, even though he was nominated for the Oscars. But everyone was rooting for Sandman, man. Everyone was rooting for Adam Sandler. I want to thank everyone who stuck around for, what is it, 1 hour and 8 minutes for this live stream. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, João. Thank you, Ricardo. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Dean. Who else was here? Am I forgetting anyone? No. Thank you, Patrick O'Malley. Thank you, Sandro. Thank you, everyone, for sharing your thoughts, for letting me know where you disagreed with me, where you agreed with me. Thank you for sharing the love for Parasite. And just thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me for like an hour, or however long you stuck around here for. If you stuck around here for 5 minutes, thank you. Thank you. You listened to me for 5 minutes. Thank you very much. I hope you have a great night watching the Oscars, or morning or afternoon, wherever you're from, wherever your time zone dictates what time of the day it is. Have a great time watching the Oscars, despite whatever disappointment, whatever sadness, whatever anger may come from snubs, from people or movies winning that we don't think should win. This is always my favorite night of the year, one of my favorite nights of the year, except the 2016 one. You know what you did. So thank you, everyone. And let's celebrate movies tonight. Let's celebrate everything that's best about movies and be ready for a great ceremony. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I want to ask you to please do. If you like videos like this and movie reviews, I do all this sort of stuff. Please like the video and share it around every one of you who's been watching, because it really helps me out and the channel as well, and that's really important. But most importantly, above everything else, forever and always, love each other and love the movies. Thank you.